Hi, hello, hello. We have a new chapter of Kaiji. This one is called Refueling, and it starts with a color page, which is pretty exciting. Oh, wait, no. This is just the latest volume cover. I was gonna say, these outfits they haven't worn in a while, but these are some fantastic outfits, I gotta say. I hope we get to see more of their millionaire bank deposit scheme uh, costumes. By merely a hair's breadth, the Kaiji's group and their van escape from the center of the earth, and their van from the center of the earth managed to evade Ikuma's furious pursuit. What hardships continue to await them in this fleeting moment of happiness? So, chapter title is Refueling. I think pretty obviously our goal here is to get the van back on the road and full of gas. They're gonna have to rely on the kindness of the people living in this little cottage, this roadside cottage, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Who knows what kind of people they're going to be? Who knows how sympathetic they'll be to Kaiji's cause? First, they're going to celebrate a little bit. Wait, I'm a little confused. Why is this first panel, where they're cheering and celebrating, why is it in the hypothetical dotted panel outline? Is this not really happening? Are they not really celebrating? I don't get it. That dumbass, he flew right on by. That damn pestilence. Like, these panels, it makes sense that they're dotted, because what we're seeing here is Kaiji picturing him driving past. But this first panel, shouldn't that be a solid border? I don't know, whatever. They're cheering and celebrating, but this shadow in the window, I think they should be a little more inconspicuous. Like, I get it. I get that they're happy. It's a big celebration. It's a big victory. This was the closest they'd been probably to getting caught in a long time. Maybe since the Kaiji's mom arc. And, it makes sense that they want to celebrate. But if their first impression that they give to the people living in this house is them cheering and celebrating for conceivably no reason for pushing their van, and then they go around and be like, hey, we need gas. There he is. There is this next arc's villain, or perhaps our newest ally? Yes, this guy looking pretty suspicious. A disheveled looking person, unhappy, thin. He opens the window. Sorry. Kaiji looks like he hasn't spent any time at all thinking about what the story is going to be. He's generally a pretty good liar on his feet, but he's even better if he has a moment to prep, if he has a way to kind of go into the situation. This time, though, it seems like he was 100% focused on the Mazda, on getting the van off the road and all of that stuff. And now, what is he possibly going to say to this man? Our van here ran out of gas, and well, that road ahead, it's a 2-lane road, right? A car with such a large frame just stopped on a road like that would obviously get in the way of traffic, so we couldn't help but make an emergency evacuation and come here. Sorry. They're all grinning and smiling. Kaiji just can't stop grinning like an idiot, even though this is like an objectively terrible situation that he's trapped in. Like, sure, they got the van off the road. That's great. But it's not worth hooting and hollering about. It's a situation where you're like, oh, okay, what next? Gotta get some gas. Okay. Good thing we got off the road. At best, you would give it a good thing we got off the road. Sorry. Thought the place was vacant. Was it so I wouldn't make it right to barge on it? Nice. I like Kaiji correcting him here, showing that they're not. It seems like much less likely that they're scammers if they're kind of bickering among themselves. Like, it's tough to not make themselves look suspicious, but if they look super competent at not trying to look suspicious, that ends up being even more sus, you know? So instead, I think it's good that they seem a little frazzled, that they seem a little out of sorts, because then at least the person in the house feels like they're in control, that they're not getting duped, that these guys aren't one step ahead of them. Sorry, no need to worry though, we'll be on our way soon, or we'd like to be, but we're out of gas. Planning on waiting for the JAF's road services. Okay, I don't know what the heck this is. The JAF's road services, I guess that's some Japanese auto thing. Like in Canada, we have CAA, Canadian Auto Assistance, that if your car breaks down and you have a CAA membership, you can be like, hey, what's up? I ran out of gas, whatever happened, car's on fire. no driver at the wheel. And they show up and they fix you up and they tow you wherever and they do everything. So maybe it's something like that. That's my guess. Who is this person that just showed up in the window with our maybe somewhat skeptical homeowner? Oh man. She tries shutting the window. I don't know about Kaiji trying to block her shutting the window. Here. Let's do it. Yes, let's. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Is he calling the police? Kind of seems like he's calling the police. His wife is in hysterics. His wife is just freaking out. It's only natural to call the police if your wife is freaking out this much. This is quite the situation they've been thrown into. And immediately it takes on like a Fukumoto-esque, almost game-like quality where they're outside of the window, they're shouting things in, it's difficult to communicate, there's these barriers to understanding. What is it that he can say that could possibly make this situation better? Okay, so the guy comes out of the door. Oh! And just siphons some gas from his own car. You're heaving and hawing as you're pushing your van, you see. I wonder what was the matter. So that's what it was all about. Oh, so she wasn't freaking out at all. I don't know why she was going eek and stuff. I don't get that. But hey, this looks great. This looks like exactly what they wanted. This is better than what they wanted. This is the super, super ideal situation. They got to refuel just from the other guy's car. Is that it? Is there no other conflicts that will emerge? Perhaps is there a favor they want in return? What could it be? Where could we go from here? So they've startled you. It's fine. In times of need, we ought to help each other out. So she's still doing these eek, eek, ay, eek type things, but it's like good. It's fine. It's like a positive emotion she's conveying or something. Maybe? I don't know. Average lady feeling a fit of anxiety. Expression screams, oh no, how terrifying. We're able to go 30 kilometers or so with this. Turns out that this time they were blessed with good-hearted people as their divine saviors. Truly, fortune and misfortune intertwine and alternate. So they're back on the road. The strands of a rope. That was real close. That was real close. Wow. Oh, wow. A shocking speed up of development. I thought there would be a long, multi-chapter development of meeting these people, convincing them, negotiating, lying, explaining, perhaps almost getting caught in a lie. All sorts of things could have emerged. But they were good-hearted people. I like that. I like kind of the moral message here, that in Fukumoto's series, there are a lot of untrustworthy people. There are a lot of scammers, a lot of cheats, a lot of liars, a lot of betrayers, a lot of people who are just simply self-interested. A very distrustful world, this arc especially. They're just roaming the countryside, afraid of everyone and everything. But occasionally, and I think it's kind of a beautiful sentiment, that they'll subvert even the typical Fukumoto plot conventions to be like, nope, these people were good. They're nice people, so they're fine. Nice. Anything with this, we've all realized, if we get chased around in this van, the only way out would be to shake off our pursuer by driving recklessly and against all laws. We have to shake them off, but if we were to face such a raving, top-notch offender again, we'd be all out of options. Escape would be practically impossible. This time we made it by chance, purely by chance. We may have gotten away, but this is pretty much impossible. If the pursuer doesn't follow the laws of traffic, then it would be impossible. We're the only ones who can afford to break the rules. Kaiji seems impressed with Chang's analysis. In their own ways, Chang and Mario are starting to follow in the footsteps of Kaiji, having this gambler's mind, this gambler's insight, thinking ahead to the worst-case scenarios. It's traffic law violations, you well, of course, we had no choice. We had no choice. They really had no choice. I don't know why Kaiji's getting on his case now. Yeesh. Throbbing with pains of mercy. Either way, there goes with a lifetime worth of offenses. Enough for 2 lifetimes worth. Some levity. Having fun, relaxing together again. Incredibly going to tone by stopping at yellow lights 100 times in a row. Good, good. Kaiji-san, what should we do now? That's a good question. They make a lot of good points about kind of what they'd have to do in the dire circumstances where they're chased around like that. They've talked about how obviously Tei is targeting RVs now, and that means that any Tei debtor that sees them on the road might be suspicious, might investigate, and any given one of them could spell game over. Maybe it's time for a new plan. Maybe it's time to shift tactics yet again. But to what? Maybe from here on out. Tei has been handing pamphlets out to their debtors, telling them to be on the lookout for camper vans. Once that circulates and those orders are set out, what happened to Gay will happen over and over again. Is that right? Seems very, very plausible. It's how it is. Even the van has become too risky. We'll have to part with it soon. But that doesn't exactly mean that staying at business hotels or taking public lodging is safe either. This will also be under watch by debtors. For anything, we've still got a large sum of bulky cash left. It's not exactly impossible to carry it with us as we move. Really stand out, yeah. You can't really run around with 20 duffel bags full of money. So what will they do? Can we predict? What would I do? I don't know. I don't know. I'm running out of ideas, and I've just started thinking. I think camping is maybe a good route. Like, not RV camping, but just way out in the woods, pitch a tent, and then bury your money in a big hole, not even joking. One at a time, people head into the city. Because it's awfully suspicious to be coming in and out of the woods, though, and awfully tedious to go all the way from there to the city. What will come next? Oh, so he gave his cell phone number to the camper guys or to the couple at the cottage? They're both their saviors. They've had some real good fortune with meeting people lately. The camper guys were weird, ultimately wonderfully helpful. The people at the cottage, a little less weird, just as helpful. Kaiji, can everything turn out all right? So much we managed to get away safely. All thanks to you, Ishitaka-san and Kizaki-san. Re-enter Ishitaka and Kizaki. Barely did anything, no need for thanks. This guy was following, sure was terrible. Hell of a vicious guy. Apologize for the trouble we caused you. I hear it. The heroic tail how I refused to back down against someone so vicious. My tail, 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 tail. Kaiji knows he can't say no. Kaiji knows that he absolutely cannot turn down this request after they saved them so much. Or are they going to invite them to go out camping and drinking again? They're going to meet up, decided to go drinking tonight. It's to confirm the situation. Ooh, so it's not just that Kaiji is bummed out about having to spend more time with these losers. He actually has some sort of suspicion. Could it be that those two have betrayed? Ooh, could it be that those two have betrayed? That they looked into it, they're also familiar with Tei, of debtors, they also received a pamphlet. They're like, hey, these are the guys. Let's get that reward. Invite them out drinking. Ooh, hearing Ishitaka-san such high spirits after carrying out his task is rather strange. He might have let something slip in the heat of the moment. Oh, okay. So not even deliberate betraying, but just being sloppy. That something could have happened that would have given those Tei guys, via the Mazda guy, or through any other means, that they got a little too close to those guys, and now maybe something has slipped out that could be used against them. Maybe, maybe. This is a long chapter, isn't it? We might have said our names out loud. Maybe something along the lines of, for Kaiji-kun's sake, I can't let you pass or something earlier. Ah, okay. Yeah. That'd be bad. It'd be really bad. They cannot be trusted. Okay. A nice contrast where we had our lovely saviors, and then we go back to the unreliable camping duo, who did come in clutch, but cannot, in the end, they cannot be trusted. A long chapter. Am I crazy? Or is this... Are they normally like... Yeah, they're normally like 20 pages. I guess sometimes they're quite long. Anyways, yeah, an exciting chapter. A lot of new developments and stuff. The drinking party. I'm really looking forward to this, though. This is going to be so silly. The scene where they go drinking before, and Kaiji just almost lets it slip that they got the money. Where is it? Just this one panel of Kaiji's real dangerous face. Where? Yeah. Mario almost gives it away. And then Kaiji. Look at this face! Look at this face! You never know. It could be true. Oh man. So I'm hoping for more shenanigans like that during this drinking party. Okay. That's all for now. Let's look forward to the next chapter. I guess in 2 weeks, because it's on break next issue. All right. Bye-bye.